already have picked one team to make it to the championship in the New England Patriots. And now we're going to talk about the second team going to the championship game. I don't think anyone who has a brain in their head will is sitting at home saying that I'm going to pick other than who I'm going to pick, because you all know who my favorite football team is, and I don't think any of you are going to be shocked as to who I'm picking and why. And to me, without question, I think the New York Giants going back to the Super Bowl. I think it would have been a great story had Aaron Rodgers won last week and gone up against Alex Smith. Alex Smith was the number one draft pick that year, and Aaron Rodgers went 23rd in the draft to the Packers, and it would have been such a great game, a great storyline, because of all that happened that day. Aaron Rodgers sitting in the dressing room and just, all the ridicule he was taking from people for being there and stuff like that. It would have been a great story. But it didn't happen. Eli Manning beat Aaron Rodgers fair and square. And I think he's going to do the same thing to Mr. Alex Smith. And I'm going to tell you why. Sometimes when people talk about defense winning championships, sometimes defense wins championships because styles make games. When the Bears beat up on the Patriots' strength that year was the running attack. Craig James was running all over everybody, but the Bears was the best run defense in football. They shut that run down, and the Patriots were pretty much lost. When the Ravens played the Giants in the Super Bowl way back in 2001, the strength of the Giants team was what? Their running game. Well, the Ravens defense was the number one run defense that year, and they beat up the Giants. They didn't let the Giants run the football. This game is the same deal. The Giants' strength is Eli Manning, not their running game. The 49ers' weakness is their running game, not their pass defense. Their pass defense, the last time these two met, Eli Manning threw for 340 yards. And he missed two passes that should have been touchdowns. I think the Giants are going to say, look, we concede that we can't run against you. And they're going to throw it just like Alabama did to LSU. Alabama said, okay, we don't think we're going to run the football on you on first down. So let's throw it on first down. We're going to keep you off balance with a little bit of run, a little bit of pass, a little bit of pass, a little bit of run. And you're not going to know what, because we're going to do everything out of the same formation. And I think that is going to keep the Niners off balance and give the Giants every advantage it needs in order to win this football game. In the first meeting between these two teams, that's exactly what the Niners did to the Giants. The Niners threw the ball on first down, almost on every first down in that game, and then they tried to run it afterwards. Now, granted, Frank Gore had no yards rushing. The Giants shut him down, but they couldn't shut down Hunter and the other running back after that. The Giants know that this game on the defensive side of the ball is completely dependent upon their front seven. If they can get pressure on Alex Smith with the front four and then throw seven guys in coverage like they did with the Packers last week, this game won't be close either. And yes, people keep talking about the weather and talking about how slow track and muddy field will help the 49ers. Well, as Hakeem Nicks said the other day, wet fields don't always help defenses, because as a receiving corps, we know where we're running our routes. So, yes, you have to cover us, and if we're stopping short and keeping our balance, you're not going to be able to cover us. And the 49ers, yes, they play a lot of zone. They don't play that much man-to-man. And when they did play man-to-man the first time against the Giants picked them apart. So the Giants aren't afraid of the rain, not afraid of the snow, not afraid of anything. Giants know that they have to shut the 49ers running down and make Alex Smith beat them. And if they can do that, make him become completely one-dimensional, they should win this game handily. If they can't do that, and Alex Smith is able to do what he did in the first game, which is complete passes on first down, pick up first downs with his running ability, and they're able to run the football, then we're going to have a tough day. But either way, if this game goes to the fourth quarter tied or the Giants are within 3 points, I like the Giants' chances. I like the Giants' chances no matter what the score is in this game because I just think that the 49ers have hit their ceiling. I think this is not a good matchup for them. I think the reason why the Saints were a good matchup for them as opposed to the Giants is that the Saints' strength, yes, is Breeze throwing the football, but the Saints do a lot better in games when they can run it. And the Saints could not run it, and they got hit so hard so many times they kept fumbling. They turned them over 5 times. Eli Manning's not going to turn the ball over 5 times. The Giants aren't going to turn the ball over more than 2 times, if at all. They have something to prove. I've said this for 7 weeks. And you can ask all the people at the King that I work with. I said for 7 weeks, the Giants want another shot at the 49ers. The Giants want another chance at the 49ers. The Giants want another chance at the 49ers. Well, we got our second chance. And I personally think they'll figure out a way to get it done. And so I see the spreads are New England's favored by 7. Would I take the 7? I would take the 7. I think the Patriots are going to beat them 24-3. And I think the Giants are just going to outright beat the 49ers. I think the Giants might beat them 27-10. No one's talking about the best performance this postseason, which in my opinion was the first game of the postseason with the Giants against the Falcons. The Falcons scored over 30 points a game this year, and to be held to 2 points, not in inclement weather. There was no excuse about the ball being cold, slippery field, snow, nothing. To shut the Falcons down the way they did, with all those weapons, to shut the Packers down the way they did with all those weapons, and to now be able to sort of focus in on Gore in the running game and Crabtree and Davis, I think the Giants are licking their chops. And so that's the way I feel about these games. And we'll be back on 89.7 KLAS FM to wrap up the show after this.
For your auto repairs, including expert collision work, LA Radiator on Santa Monica Boulevard is the place to go. Located just a few steps